to use the format that was in the book. We're having project-based learning in Year 7 and we're also having it in Year 8 to some extent. Obviously Year 7 is the trial group, but we see the benefits of it, and so we're going to have a Year 8 project as well. So that's why we have 3 questions. So we've got our tribute project, we've got our original design in Year 7, and we've got an original design in Year 8. So in Year 7, our tribute project is going to be what is of interest in our local area, and something we want the team to consider is that a really good question, a central question. In Year 8, there's going to be what started the universe, and the second project in Year 7, the original design, is who's got the fastest car. So that's going to be a science and maths project, and this one is drawing from English and humanities. The products that will come out of those are, we're going to create, for the tribute project, an A to Z of our local area. And for the who's got the fastest car, students will make their own model car, which they will then race. And then for the Year 8 who started the universe, they're also going to have an A to Z, but we've got lots of spaces in maybe the dining hall where we're going to create these large wall banners, and students are going to paint their A is for and B is for. If I take it down here, we asked to look at learning goals. So these learning goals are learning goals for the A to Z in the tribute project. So we've kept the ones that were in the booklet for literacy, which we're looking at organising materials, reading, and what's the last one? Come back. Oh yeah, the grammar and punctuation. So we're going to keep those ones because they really fit with our project. Our geography learning goals are taken from the national curriculum, looking at fieldwork skills, so they have to be able to collect, present and analyse their data. And our history learning goals are looking at chronology and looking at understanding how chronology can help you to deepen your knowledge and understanding of local history. I haven't put our 21st century learning skills on now, I've just realised, but we're looking at perseverance. So our school's motto is yes we can, because there is a kind of concept that students believe in, like they've got fixed mindsets and they believe they can't achieve. So we've gone with the idea of perseverance for the first one, and we've done a lot of work on that already, so I think we've got some good background to go with that. Our time frame, it's going to run, our first project, our ACE project, is going to run for a half term, and it's going to start on the very first day, because we're going to stagger our start of term. So our first 2 days, we're hoping, is we're just going to have Year 7, and on day 1 they're going to be creating their collection sheets, and then on day 2 there's going to be 6 places that will be visited by the whole of Year 7, and within each group, so you have a group of 30, they'll all be going to 6 different, they won't be going to 6, so between the group they'll visit 6 sites on that second day, because we're realising that if we're trying to do field work, we could get into week 2 already without having got a lot done, and we want them to go away buzzing about the school and the learning that's going to be taking place. When they come back, they're going to analyse their findings and present their findings, so we're going to get them to present photos, graphs, any kind of like pictorial way of showing, like a field sketch or something like that, to build in those fieldwork skills. We're going to use the plan that's in the book as well about how we will do our A to Z gallery to create our A to Z. They are going to have assessment in there, so they're going to have a test looking at how has Chesham changed over time, so we can still pull out that understanding of their knowledge and understanding of local history. And they're going to use that to pitch to our local community in a kind of Dragon's Den style, is probably the best way of describing it, about the book as well. We've built it, we've said we're going to have review and critique probably twice, in the first instance once, before we have a teacher review as well. And we also want to include our subject leaders and faculty leaders into the process as well, so that they will come in and check that knowledge and understanding from those key concepts. Okay, right, for our exhibitions, we're having 2 book launches, a book launch for the tribute project, a book launch for the Year 8 project, and we're going to have a racetrack for our Who's Got the Fastest Car, so we're going to have our very own Silverstone at Stanford School, which will be amazing. In terms of resources, we've got lots of resources, some of them we don't have in place and we've got to go back to school and think about. And very quickly, a prototype, we're going to create a booklet just to show them as an example. And hopefully this side of the script, yeah, is here, so they've got something there. And our question is, what strategies do you suggest for meeting the needs of diverse learners?